بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن والاه. Now we just mentioned the shurut, the conditions of sale and conditions in sale, and we gave some examples, and I said you can read them inshallah later on, the example of the conditions in sale. And we said the difference between the conditions of sale and conditions of sale is conditions of sale from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if they are missed the contract, nullify the contract. Conditions in sale
depends on the person
and the contractors, so the parties of the contract, they will decide what to add, and these conditions are considered as long as they are not against the Sharia. You know, in some big companies, sometimes these conditions 2, 3, 4 pages, so many conditions, and every single condition is considered. The problem is this: when you buy something online, sometimes at the end they say terms and conditions, click yes, and you don't know. And if you want to review the terms and conditions, come on, man, 10 small writing pages, you can't even read it properly. You need a consultant. That's why, subhanallah, these people are dodgy. Okay, now we have conditions that some conditions are, as we mentioned, conditions of sale are batil, are invalid. Like, for example, what we said, if I to combine between qard, loan, and bay' and sale, this is prohibited. I give you loan with the condition to buy this from me. You can't do this, because in this situation you are benefiting from your qard, and the qard loan is based on helping people, not to take benefit. That's why it's not allowed to give 100 and get 150. Qard is a type of contracts that helping other people, not to a mutual exchange of money. Also, some conditions of sale, when they are missing, it affects the contract because it affects the ownership of the buyer. For example, you know, lease to buy, the conventional contract. Do you understand lease to buy? What is the base nature of the conventional contracts, not the Islamic one? What's the nature of it? They will make you sign a contract to lease that house or that car, and to pay the rent, and this rent will be considered part of the payment of the ownership of that sale, and at the same time, automatically, when you finish this payment, this commodity or whatever, it will be yours, and during the rental contract, it's under your responsibility, your liability, not theirs. So they are mixing two things: sale with ijara, with rent. That's why it's haram. It's supposed to be either a rental contract or sale contract. So they're mixing it. When Islamically we differentiate between both of them and make rent what's rental contract is rental contract, and what's sale contract is sale contract. Now, this is good topic, and it's only one slide, so we just pick up few things that are important. Fadl. Yeah, lease to buy or rent to buy. Islamic. Yeah.
You make a promise to sell you the car.
This is one of the options. Now, for example, we mentioned the conventional one, which is haram. They combine selling contract with renting contract. Now, what we need to understand the difference. Now, when you buy this car, you own it, and you are responsible. You are on this car. You rent this car. Do you own it? No. Who's responsible on the maintenance of the car? The major maintenance. Al-siyana al-asliya, it's on the owner. The daily maintenance is yours. Changing the oil, putting a fuel, cleaning the car is for the renting tenant, the renting guy. But for the major maintenance, it's mine. So what does it mean major? If there's a huge defect in the engine, it's not your problem. As long as you didn't cause it, something happened, it's my responsibility. Well, let's talk about house, make it clearer. When the house, daily maintenance like painting the house, electricity issues, things like this, is for the tenant to fix. Leakage in the roof, it's the owner responsibility. In the conventional, what they do, they put everything on the tenant. And that's why they tell him he has to pay for the insurance, if there is any insurance involved. Where in Islamic, it's not his problem. His problem is just the daily maintenance. Al-ijara tashghiliyya. So in Islam, what we do, we will say, okay, we rent this house to you. And we promise you, some contract they say, we promise you, if you stay with us for 5 years, we will sell it to you. Then it's up to us. Sell it to you in cheap price. And sometimes we give it to you as a gift. It's up to us. Because we made our money back. And we are going to give it to you as a gift.
You can change.
Sorry?
You can change your mind later.
It's up to you. You are still tenant. You are not, it's not binding to buy the what do you call?
No obligation.
There's no obligation. You are a tenant. This is one of the main difference between the conventional and the Islamic one. In the conventional, you are binding. You have to carry on until you buy. And here, you are a tenant. If you want to withdraw, you can withdraw. We took our money and that's it. There are other ways of doing it in halal way, but this was just one as an example of modifying. You have to understand one thing, brothers. We are not dealing with pure Islamic contracts. We are halalizing what we found in the market. This is a very important point. Some people are blaming us as a Sharia board, how you accept this. This is the market. The governments are not helping. They're just giving us small space to maneuver. Otherwise, they're not helping. So when we try to make your transaction halal, what we do, we fix it. That's it. And Islamically, this is existing even from the time of Prophet ﷺ. Umar ibn Khattab, in one narration, his son Abdullah and Ubaidullah, they were, I think, in Sham or Iraq, I don't remember now exactly which area. The ruler there said to them, I have this money, is for Baytul Mal. You need to take it to Umar. Okay? And it's safer if I give it to you as a loan. You take it, buy some goods, go to Medina, sell it, and take your profit and give the original amount to Umar. Do you understand it? Does it sound okay or wrong? Sound okay, okay? He's helping them, and at the same time he's protecting the money of Baytul Mal. So when they did that, they went to Medina, they sold it. Oh, Umar, they come in. Why you do this? They said to him, this is what happened. He said, he gave you this because you are the sons of the Khalifa. No way. You won't touch even 1 pence. Put everything in Baytul Mal. Abdullah kept quiet. Ubaidullah said, okay, fair enough. We were responsible in the money in the whole trip. If something happened, will you charge us? He said, yes. So, okay, at least give us profit. We were responsible in this. Umar said, no. Then the companions interfered. They said, okay, Umar, now we will deal with it. We will fix it. The contract was, what was the contract originally?
As a loan.
As a loan. They said, let's go move it to Mudaraba. Give them half of the profit. Investment and take the rest. Umar accepted that. So what happened now? They fixed the contract from loan, they made it Mudaraba. Which means fixing the contract is one of the objectives that we need to do in our Sharia. It doesn't mean that we're missing about. No, we are trying to sort the problem out. So this is what we do. We try our best to fix the contract when the contract is against the Sharia. Unless if there is no chance to fix it, then we can't do anything. Now, in qabd position, receipt or owning the items. This issue, you asked me about the drop shipping now. Now in qabd, there are 3 things we need to understand. Bay' ma la yamlik. What does it mean, bay' ma la yamlik? To sell something you don't own. Hakim ibn Hizam asked the Prophet ﷺ about this, and he said to him, do not sell something you don't own. بيع ما لا يملك, when you sell something specified. بيع المعين. We have بيع المعين, we have بيع موصوف في الذمة. موصوف في الذمة described. معين specified. Example is this. I am offering you guys black Mercedes G-Class 2020 brand new black color, blah, 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 blah. I give you descriptions. Anyone wants to buy? You said, yes, I want to buy this. Now I'm selling you a descriptive item, an item that I described to you. So if I bring this item from Kuwait or from China or from Germany, it's not your business. Unless if you put a condition in the contract, you want this from Kuwait. Otherwise, I am obliged to bring to you what I described in the contract. But if I add something in the description, I said, the plate number is 111. Oh, now I'm stuck now. Because I'm talking about a specific item. I cannot sell it if I don't own this. Why? Now listen to me carefully. Why I can't sell this if I don't own it? Why? May I have a seat? Do you think? Why it's allowed in descriptive, why it's not allowed in specified? Because in the specified one, there's a huge risk of not delivering it. I don't own it. The owner might say, no, I don't want to sell it to you. Or it might get crushed, accident, anything. So because of this, because of the ambiguity, the chance of not delivering the commodity, it's haram to sell this. That's why, shall I give you a big bomb or leave it later on? Because this, it's in the market, it's a big issue. But it's by Sheikh al-Islam and Taymiyyah. You know him, subhanAllah, when he makes ijtihad, you can't even argue with him. He said, and it's opted by many scholars nowadays, if the item is possible to deliver, you can sell it even if you don't own it. Based on the illah of prohibiting selling what you don't own. Don't follow this, but just keep it in mind, okay? Keep it in mind. He said, the hikmah, the illah, the reason for prohibiting selling something you don't own, because you cannot deliver it. So if you are 100% sure you can deliver it, then you can sell it even if you don't own it. And this is common. Now, for example, if you go to the market, where you have 10 shops next to each other, they sell mobile phones. You go to the shop, you say, do you have Samsung, blah, 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 or iPhone? You ask him, he say, yes. How much is it? 500 dinars. Okay. You pay him the money, he say, 1 minute. He will go to his neighbor and pick it up from there and sell it to you. He didn't own it. And this call it as-salamul hal. Al-Shafi'i allowed it, and this is correct. He allowed it. Shafi'i said, if the salam is permissible when there is a delay in delivering the item, it should be more permissible when we deliver it in one hand. Anyway, so in this situation, he's selling you something he hasn't owned. He's not in his position. But because it's available, many scholars say it's permissible to do so. Did you understand this?
Sheikh, even on the online, he has a website where he's showing the descriptive items.
Yeah.
He is not the real owner. He has the third party.
I don't blame you because you're an IT guy. And today I respect all the IT guys. The time is, because he asked me about drop shipping. This is exactly what you're saying now. Deal with it as a salam. So you have a website, you put the items there, you don't own them. But you have a supplier in China or anywhere, and the items are there. So when you sell them to me, at that point you haven't bought them yet. But because they are available, deal with them as a salam. Salam, make sure that you take the full amount in advance and you describe it exactly and you put a certain time of delivering it, and that's it.
It has to be full amount.
Huh?
It has to be full amount.
For full amount. Salam should be full amount. Salam, to avoid bay'ul kali bil kali. You know, bay'ul kali, when you sell debt for debt. So when there is no delivery of the money, no delivery of the item, we are selling debt for debt. This is not allowed in Sharia. So one of them should be on the contract. Yeah, either the item, the commodity, or the money. One of them should be there.
Okay, I will pay you now
Half?
When I receive the item,
Yeah. In salam you can't. In istisna, yes. In salam you cannot. It has to be full amount. But in istisna you can do half. What's the difference between istisna and salam? They have the similar conditions. The only thing istisna that in things that need to involve manufacturing. Salam in things that does not involve manufacturing. So if you are delivering potato, is this salam or istisna? Salam, because there is no manufacturing in potato. You just plant it. If you are delivering cars or doors, this is istisna, something that you manufacture. In manufacturing contract, take half, take deposit, no problem. Although similar to salam. But here, work is involved. Work is involved, not like the other one, there's no work involved. So he is similar to ijara. Okay? So now, yes, ask me please. If you have any questions, stop me and ask me. We don't want to move until we make sure you understand it. Yes?
Okay, this what we mentioned now is apparently going against the wording of the hadith of the Rasul.
What is it?
Don't sell what you don't own. And we don't know why the Rasul didn't say this. We are assuming one of the reasons is what the scholars have said.
Yeah.
So, is it not better if we keep away from such transactions and not do them?
When you said that the Prophet ﷺ did not allow it, I told you the Prophet ﷺ allow us to sell what we don't own in some situations, like Bay'u Salam. Bay'u Salam, Sahih Muslim, and Bukhari, Ibn Abbas said the farmers in Medina used to sell their crops, for 1-2 years. They delayed the delivery for 1 and 2 years. And Ibn Abbas in the same hadith, he said, did you know that they have already those crops? He said, we never asked them. Which means it's not compulsory. It doesn't matter. They planted, they haven't planted, they have it, they don't have it. It's not our business. We just need to give them the money, get the description, fix the date, and then we can get the item. Which means it's allowed to make salam not in something you don't own, in ma'doom, something that is not already existed. You are going to plant it and you get it after 1 year. So in some situations, the Prophet ﷺ allowed us to involve ambiguity in some contracts for benefit. And that's why ambiguity is less tahrim than riba. Riba is worse. And that's why ambiguity is permissible in many types of contracts. We will come to it point by point, inshallah. So the Prophet ﷺ allowed us, so we understood that ambiguity is the main issue in that contract. That's why we know, understand now, if the reason is not there, we can allow it. Yes, Akhi.
In case of the supplier is not able to deliver the goods, so in this situation we are obliged to pay the money back, right?
Well, yes, you pay the money back, yes. But when you say he cannot deliver, usually it shouldn't be this way. Because when you promise to deliver, it doesn't mean that you must have it from that specific farm. You have to provide it. You can go buy it from the market. But anyway, worst case scenario, you wait for him or you tell him to give you money back. Hassan.
Sheikh, in the case of potato, the example that you gave, some of the farmers, they don't have the finances to cultivate for that amount of time for that period. So what they do is they come to traders and the traders will pre-finance it. Basically buying the potatoes in advance for the future. Okay, so
this is the salam. It's allowed. As long as the time is fixed, the date of delivery is fixed, the amount of money is paid in full, and the description of the item is given correctly, khalas, it's fine.
So at the time of cultivation, let's say there was a reduction in the harvest, or let's say an increase. So you...
No, it's not my problem. The contract is done now. You owe me 10 tons of potato. It doesn't matter. You get it cheaper, expensive, you make profit, you lose, it's your problem. I paid you, I owe you potatoes now. That's it. Yes, Akhi. Salam.
So if you're selling on the website, you have to mention that you don't own it.
No, you don't need to mention. بيع السلم, Ibn Abbas said, ما كنا نسألهم. We didn't ask them whether they do have it or not. You don't need to mention this. As long as you are sure you can provide it.
The same way that the farmers own a tree, for example, 100 mango trees. But in our area, it's a custom that they will auction.
They will?
Auction.
Okay.
But there is no mangoes here.
Yeah.
One season,
Yeah.
10,000 kg, for example. This is a custom in our area.
Yeah.
We don't know how much yield we get it. There may be profit, there may be loss. Is it permissible?
Repeat the question. I just want to make sure I understood you.
Farmer has 100 mango trees.
Yes.
He auctioned it for one.
He auctioned what?
The mangoes that it will yield in future.
He auctioned the fruit. No, this is haram. In Salam, you cannot specify the item. I told you, you cannot specify a mango from that specific tree. This is haram. You tell them you are bringing you mango. And it's your responsibility then. You get it from your trees or you buy somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Because if you specify it as you mentioned, this tree might not give any mango. So what will happen now? There is a loss here. In Bay'u Salam, you cannot specify the place of that item, or you cannot specify the item. You remember I gave you example of the black Mercedes? If you give the plate number, this is mu'ayyan. So if you're selling that mango from that specific tree, you are selling Bay'ul Mu'ayyan. Now, you cannot sell it without owning it. And not only owning it, without having it a reality. You understand me? So, selling the trees is fine, but selling the fruits which are not there is not permissible. But describing mango with that description, which you think it's your mango, it will come like this. With that specific amount, after 1 year, 6 months, whatever, it's permissible. Did you get the difference? Good. Good to say Allah. The difference is this. You have 100 trees of mango, okay? And what's your name, Akhi? Tanweer. Tanweer is a trader that deals with mango as well, okay? So I made 2 contracts. Contract with you on that 100 trees, that whatever comes from this tree next harvest season, I will buy it for 10,000. And we're expecting to have, let's say, 10 tons, okay? Or let's say we contract on those trees. Whatever comes from those trees, I will buy it for 10,000 dinars. Then I came to Tanweer. I said, Tanweer, I need 10 tons of mango. After 6 months, the description is this, that, etc. And I give him 10,000 dinars. The contract between me and Tanweer is salam, and it's permissible. You know why it's permissible? Because now, after 6 months, Tanweer, even if he was relying on his own trees and the tree did not give any mango, he can go and buy from the market. Because we contracted on the specifications and descriptions of the mango. In your situation, it's haram because we are contracting on something is not existing. It might come, it might not. The delivery is not 100% guaranteed. So this is ambiguity, and here is Bay'u Salam. Bay'u Salam has some type of ambiguity, but it's deliverable. The item is deliverable. He can't come and say after 6 months, sorry, there is no mango on my farm. So what? It's not my problem. I didn't contract on your farm. I contract on 10 tons of mango. Get it from the market. You get the money, get it from the market. If you can't, then you give me my money back, that's fine. But I'm telling you, the reason of undelivery is not existing in this contract, while it is clear in this contract. The risk is high. You can't guarantee this trees will give mango or not. Yeah?
Sheikh, in this case, you are specifying the quantity of mango in this example. So if I take a different example, so let's say there is a fishing boat. So the fisherman goes to the sea, stays for about 2 weeks and brings certain amount of fish.
Yeah.
Our agreement is we are paying the cost of fuel, cost of people going there, their salaries and whatnot.
Who's paying this?
Let's say the investor or the trader is paying for the boat.
Yeah.
He goes, brings the fish to the shore.
Yeah.
His priority, our agreement is that whatever the fish which is coming in, or let's say for example tuna, he went for tuna fishing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fish is coming, first priority is for me.
You are the fishman.
Trader,
Yeah, a trader. Okay.
he has to give me the fish first.
What do you mean? Give you part or what's the agreement?
No, let's say for example when you get tuna,
Yeah.
you will test the tuna.
Yeah.
If the quality is good, I buy.
Yeah.
If the quality is not good, I don't buy.
Yeah.
So, but the first priority, because there is a huge demand for that, first priority comes to me because I have invested in his overhead.
You didn't invest it. You paid the expenses.
Yeah, I pay that.
Yeah. Make sure you use the right term. You didn't invest it. You pay the expenses. So what's the expenses for now? For giving you priority.
Yes.
Is this correct?
That's correct. The price will be determined at the time when it comes to the shore.
So basically you're paying, let's say, 500 dinars to get priority from the market. It's like subscription fees. Similar to this. You know when you subscribe in some markets, so you can go and buy. Only those people who subscribe. I need to think about it. It looks okay, but I need to think about it because there is a little bit of ambiguity, but generally speaking, it's similar to subscription fees. Tamam. Someone want to ask something? Okay. Now, بيع غير المقبوض. You sell something that you didn't own. You haven't owned yet. And I mentioned before what Sheikh Islam and Taymiyyah mentioned. If something that is available and deliverable, he said, because the reason is clear, so you can go for it. This is just for your knowledge. We're not acting upon it. As the hadith is not clear, is 100% clear, but as if you dig deep in buyu', you can see it. Subhanallah, it's clear. It's clear what he was saying. But subhanallah, it's best to respect the text and stick to it unless if there is a necessity. Okay? Okay. Now a qabd, receipt or owning the possession of the item. What does it? What now? What's your name? Zaid. Zaid sold his car to me. Okay? I gave him the money. We signed the contract, got the paperwork, everything is done. The car will be delivered after 2 days. Now, in this period, who owns the car?
You.
Me, because I paid for it. Okay. Who is responsible in the car? Zaid, because he hasn't delivered it yet to me. So there is a gap between the ownership and the full ownership. You can buy the thing and it is yours, but it's not in your responsibility. Why? Because you haven't received it yet. So this is the benefit of understanding the qabd, the possession or the receipt of the item. So when he sold the car, at that time it's my car. It's my car. But because he did not deliver it yet, it's still in his liability and responsibility. Something happened to the car, it's his problem until he delivers to me. Okay, in this time, can I sell the car? I can't sell it because I haven't got full ownership of the car because the car is not delivered. Although it's in my name, but it's not delivered yet, you can't sell it. That's why the Prophet ﷺ hadith said, tomorrow we read it inshallah, نهى عن بيع الطعام حتى يقبض. You can't sell the food until you have full possession. Another hadith said, move it from place to another place. Just give full ownership of the item. So we have ownership, then possession or receipt, qabd, then full ownership. Before that there is a gap. So you have to understand this. Now, what does qabd mean? This is the question. This is the headache. What we mentioned just theoretical. Now we talk about practicality now. Now we're not the time of Imam al-Nawawi ibn Taymiyyah. We are in 2024. So completely different century. Different companies. different facilities, different delivery system. So what does qabd mean? How do we go for qabd? First one is by, we go for the English one. According to what? Custom. We go and come back to custom. According to custom. Now, let's go to the second one, third, and come back. Real estate. How do you deliver real estate? You take it up and give it to me. How do you deliver the real estate? If I buy your house, how do you deliver it to me? I give you the key and leave it and go. So if I give you the key and I change the lock, is this delivery? Not delivery. Is this correct? It's not delivered yet. So is it? And then earthquake happened, flat collapsed. Who's responsible? The old seller, because he didn't give it to me yet. It's not on my liability. You see, these small issues makes big difference, especially when it comes to currencies, the currency exchange, and sometimes in 1 minute the price goes crazy. If that minute is in your liability, you are lost. If it's his liability, is lost. So make sure you differentiate. You give a clear time difference between the liability of the buyer and the liability of the seller. Yeah. So in that point, the liability moves from the buyer to the seller. In that position, he has full ownership. So the real estate by giving it, food, clothing by moving it and giving it, moving from the location to another, to the buyer's location. Cash by taking the money. So when you sell, if I want to sell pound for dinars, we have many options. Option one, I've got the pound in my pocket, you have the dinars in your pocket, and we just hear now how much we hand to hand. Assalamu alaikum. This is clear, and no doubt about this. Now, if imagine that I forget your name, Munir, Mubin. Mubin wants to buy the money from me. I've got the cash here in my pocket. I have 1,000. I don't have, but I have 1,000 in my pocket, pound. And he wants to buy it for how much? 500 dinars? 400 dinars? Whatever. He doesn't have cash. He just log into his bank application. I give him the 1,000 and he click send to my account 400 dinars. And I check my account, it's there. Is this qabd? Wallahi. You see, is this qabd? What do you think?
Yes, it is.
Oh, you do it. Don't be innocent. You do it every day. I mean, this is your life. Don't say, no, I don't know. You have to know. Otherwise, don't tell me you don't do this. You transfer money and you send money and you get money. I'm not saying buy and sell. You do this. Yes. Forget about, okay, this example, put it aside. Now, what's your name, Akhi? Mu'izz. I owe Mu'izz 1,000 dinars. He said to me, grab me, I need more money. He said, just calm down. I log on in front of him. Bim, I transfer 1,000 dinars in his account. He saw it. No, I have received it. Can he say this? Can you say I have received it? It's already in your account. So you received it. So why you said here is not qabd and you said here is qabd? It's the same, isn't it? The money is there in his account. According to the custom, it's agreed upon. He received the money. Even if you go to the judge tomorrow, you say the money is in your account. So why you are crying? Although there is no one standing in front of the bank with the money. When you click, he goes to my account and deposit the cash there. It doesn't work like this. Just numbers. Numbers move from this account to this account. The real cash, in the central bank or somewhere else, they will do the exchange later on. This is the life, isn't it? That's why qabd is based on urf. Otherwise, I don't know what will happen to us. You can't live. If you don't base the qabd on urf, it doesn't work then.
This will be considered hand in hand because of that.
Sorry? Yeah, of course, this is hand to hand. Because the qabd, the Prophet ﷺ, when he gave example hand to hand, he gave the pure, clear example. But he didn't say anything else is wrong. As long as it does the same job of hand to hand, it will be considered as a qabd. And qabd is based on urf, on custom. So whatever. Now when the hadith said hand to hand, he means the hand of the seller to the hand of the buyer. Is this correct? Okay. He is the buyer. I am the seller. Okay? So he's giving me 500 dinars. I'm giving him 1,000 pounds, not to him, to his agent in the UK right now. Is this hand to hand? Yes. It's hand to hand. Although it's not the buyer's hand, it's his agent, but it's hand to hand because it gives the same ruling of hand to hand. The point of hand to hand, I forgot to mention something at the beginning. All the ahkam of mu'amalat, transactions, are mu'allala. The wisdom and the reason is clear. Not like the ibadat, the worship. Now, why the dhuhr is 4 rak'ah? We don't know. Why the witr is 1 rak'ah? We don't know. Why the maghrib is 3 rak'ah? We don't know. Why the riba is haram? It's dhulm. We know. Why it's halal to buy and sell? Because people need this. We know. So all the transactions the reason of the transactions are known. So that's why they call it mu'allala. That's why we knew that the Prophet ﷺ, when he said hand by hand, he meant it must be immediate exchange. In any way it happens, it does the job. Either directly to his hand or to his agent, to his account, as long as it does the job. Now, if you buy the money, the 1,000 from me, and I deliver it after 1 week, and the pound goes down, will you lose? Yes. He will lose. If we exchange right now, and I transfer to his account, and the pound goes down, sorry, the first one, if you receive it after 1 week, and the pound goes down, you might be upset. Especially if I had the reason of delaying the payment. You will say to me, now I'm losing because of this delay. If I put the money in your account straight away, but you don't use it for 1 week, and the pound goes down, will you come and blame me? I give you the money. The money is in your account. You can use it. So this is the mean of qabd. So if you receive the money in any way, and it's in your ownership, it's your, and you can use it, khalas, this is qabd. According to the Sharia, this is qabd.
Sheikh, in this case, there are some, in case of gold.
Gold?
Yeah, we order the gold, but gold is not delivered same time. It should be delivered to the other country.
And you pay straight away?
Yes, it's paid.
The gold, do you buy from bank or from individual? What do you do?
Individual.
Who take the money to the other country?
No, they will deliver. The person who takes the money,
yeah,
deliver to the other country, the order.
Yeah, no, you have to have an agent to take it. Because now, in this period, who is responsible? Unless if you have an agent take the gold and put it in the delivery company, that's fine. But for them to deliver it, you haven't received it yet. So unless if they deliver it, when your agent receives and you put the money. I don't know this transaction anyway, so but this is generally a general answer. So I need to look at the contracts, what they do. But according to what you say, this is not delivery.
Even in the case of jewelry, if someone sees the design, it's not available. It's there in the picture.
Yeah.
I order it. I want this design.
Yeah. So do you pay?
I pay.
And when you receive it?
After a period.
No, you can't. You can't do this. It has to be on spot. Yeah, be exactly. Unless, who can answer? Unless, no, salam can't work in gold. No.
You're paying only for the design.
Huh? No.
You're paying only for the design, but not for the gold.
No. Unless if I'm paying not money. So if I'm giving a car, and I'm taking 1 kilo of gold, is it permissible to delay?
If you're taking what?
I'm giving a car and I'm taking 1 kilo of gold.
Buying and selling?
It's buying and selling. Yeah, I'm giving car, exchange a car for 1 kilo of gold.
Yes.
What's yes?
You can.
You can. Yeah, because no, it's not gold for gold, isn't it? The car is not money, so you can delay it. Now, of the money, because the money has the rule of gold and silver, we will come to it. That's why it's haram to delay. But if it's not money, that's fine. And it happens, you buy gold for something else, then it's fine. You give your flat for 10 kilo of gold. You can receive it after 1 week, 1 month, no problem. Hassan, before, sorry. Yes.
Sheikh, so in that case, can we buy gold on a credit card or a debit card?
A credit card, if I mean, the gold will be, you are in a shop and you buy by credit card. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? Allah musta'an. How did you know it's delay payment?
From my side,
Okay, it's like this. Let me explain to you. Sheikh Ahmed is the gold shop. Okay? I am the buyer. You are the bank. When I use my credit card like this for 10,000 pounds, what will happen now? In this moment, straight away, 10,000 from the bank account, my account, will go to his account, to the Ahmed's account. So now, the gold I'm taking, I'm already paid for it. Now I have a loan with you, which has nothing to do with this contract. You lend me 10,000 pounds for this piece. So it's another example. If you are not a bank, you are Hassan, you give me 10,000 to pay him. So there is no debt involved in the gold contract. The debt is between me and you. A separate contract. Did you get it?
But in MasterCard,
Huh?
credit cards, in the credit card, Sheikh Ahmad will not get the same time because there is a transaction time.
No. The numbers will go straight away.
Number will go straight away.
Khalas. That's what I'm telling you. This is qabd based on urf. What does it mean that numbers will go straight away? So from my account, 10,000 deducted and went to his account, deposited in his account. So if you log into his account, you find 10,000 pounds available in his account. The procedures between the banks, that is not your business. Because now he owns 10,000 pounds and he got that pound money in his account and he got the gold. So it's immediate payment. Did you understand it?
Credit card, there is a delay.
No, it depends. It depends.
Deposit it right away. That's what we try.
Yeah, no, some credit card they give you straight away. Some of them they delay. I'm talking about those immediate payment.
If they delay, then no.
If there's delay, no. Unless if there is delay that is big. ها؟ كم تاخذ وقت؟ يوم يومين. No. There, straight away.
You have two cards here. One is a debit card.
I know. Yeah, and the credit card. Yeah. It takes time to show up in your application, yes. But in the bank, it's gone. It's gone.
No, the money is deducted from our account straight away.
Exactly, this I'm telling you. No, are you talking about debit card or credit card now? Credit. Yeah, as soon as you swap your card, the money is deducted. It doesn't show up in your application maybe in 2 days, yeah, but the money is gone.
It shows as unbilled.
Sorry?
It shows as unbilled.
Unbilled.
Yes, but after a day or two, it shows as billed.
Which one? The merchant? No, the merchant or you, the buyer? What about the merchant?
Doesn't receive.
He hasn't received it straight away. Khalas, he hasn't received it. It depends. Some scholars, even the Yufi, they in some transactions where they allowed up to 3 days. Why? Because of the need, especially the holidays are different. Saturday, Sunday, some countries, Friday, Saturday, so allow. And Malikiya, long time ago, if Madhab Maliki, as-salam, they allowed 3 days delay for the money to pay. Although it's compulsory to give it in one time in the majlis of the aqd, in the contract meeting, they allowed to delay it for 3 days if there is need for that. Yes, Akhi, I want to try.
For the example for the gold, right?
For?
The example for the gold.
Yeah.
So you have a delay in getting a finished product with a certain design. Right? But when you pay the payment, you are making the payment for the gold itself. You already got the gold. The delay is only for the design part of it, right?
So basically the gold is here.
Yeah, the gold is there.
The bar is here.
Yes.
You pay for the bar.
Pay for the bar.
You get the bar. then you give it for design. That's fine. You receive the gold now. That's fine. Yes, Akhi.
Say suppose I buy gold from a company, digital. So there are two options. Either they maintain the gold for me for whatever amount I have paid, or I can physically go and collect it from them.
They can. What's the first option?
First option is they maintain the gold for me.
They deliver?
No, they'll buy the gold and keep it for it.
Yeah, there is an option to deliver also.
They buy it on your behalf.
Yes. And they maintain it.
Yeah?
They keep it. They store it basically.
They keep it.
They keep it.
And they are the seller. They are the seller. No, you have to have an agent, or you physically go and collect it. They can't be the seller and buy and your agent at the same time.
They are maintaining, say, if I buy online for 100 grams of gold, so they will maintain that gold for me. So I have an option either to collect it or keep it with them.
Okay, you say you have an option to collect it or keep it. You have to collect it. Collecting it doesn't mean that you have to go physically. For example, if you have an account with them and they put it in your account, it's fine. If they store it for you in a place and you have a deposit box, for example, with them, any way of collecting it will work. Make sure you collect it. Don't leave it with them. Did you understand? Now my question is for you. If you buy it and stay with them, after 2 days, the gold is stolen. Who is responsible?
Seller.
Seller. Okay, so you haven't collected yet. It's still there. It's not allowed there. You get it now? You need to make sure it's in your liability, not their liability. That is the full qabd. Otherwise, there's no full qabd receipt. So this is how you test it. Either it's in your position or in their position. Tamam. Now, subhanAllah, we're digging inside these issues, and you'll be fighting more and more with me. I'm halalizing for you, and you're saying to me, no, it's not halal. Yes, sir.
This is the fight for tomorrow. No?
Huh?
The fight for tomorrow.
Yeah, before I leave. Because if they tell me off today, no, there's tomorrow. Yes, sir.
We were on the topic of delivery.
Yeah.
So there was a thing which happened. Let's say a company gave me money, let's say 1,000 dirhams, to deliver something.
To deliver.
To deliver a product.
Are they buying the product or they paying for the delivery?
They're buying the product from me.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say for example they're in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So they're paying 1,000 dirhams
Yeah.
to deliver the product, to buy it from me.
Yes, that's fine.
So I failed.
Okay. Is this 1,000 just for delivery price or for the whole price with delivery? That's fine. So the 1,000 for the product with delivery.
Yes.
That's fine. You failed to deliver it.
I failed to deliver.
That's fine.
So the amount which came to my account is 1,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
So I transferred the whole 1,000 dirhams plus the transfer fee, so that he will receive the equivalent 1,000 dirhams in Malaysian currency.
Yeah.
But when it reached at that time, because transaction means the whole process took about 1 month.
Talking about? Yeah.
He sent the money and then
Yes, yes.
he couldn't deliver and so on and so on. By that time, the value of Malaysian currency went down.
Yeah.
So at the time of he sending me money, he sent 4,000 Malaysian ringgit.
Yeah.
When he received, it was 3,500.
No, make sure you give him 4,000. The money he gave. Unless if the contract was, for example, with dollars. Give him the amount that he gives you.
But the contract was signed for not Malaysian ringgit.
Khalas, you give what is in the contract.
Contract is dirhams.
Khalas, you give him what is they have in the contract.
Contract is 1,000.
This is the amount of money you owe them. You understand me? The amount what is written in the, because as you said, currencies go on up and down. So what is written in the contract, this is what you owe them. Now, muharramat. I think what we'll do, inshallah, today, I will not finish everything, but tomorrow we'll finish the rest, and then the ahadith of the Umdat al-Ahkam, I will pick up some ahadith from different place, and I will test you. Why is this haram? You will understand then the wisdom behind saying, the Prophet saying this is haram or halal. You will understand then the reason. Because you keep reading the hadith, the Prophet naha an bay' al-gharar, he prohibited us from ambiguity sales. So what's ambiguity? Now you have to recall to these all examples, and you will understand why this is prohibited. So Now, first of all, mubah, halal is permissible is broader than prohibited. So what is halal is more than what is haram. Haram is specified, specific transaction, specific item. The rest is halal. Yeah. Let me just see the Arabic one. Yeah. What is prohibited usually has ambiguity, has risk of delivering, or riba, bad things, bad impact on the people. That's why it's prohibited. Anything that does not affect the people, it will not be prohibited Islamically. And when we say affect the people, I'm not talking about individuals. It could be good for you. If you're a rich man, riba is good for you. You sit down and you lend people, no liability, no responsibility. You get your money back with profit and you're relaxing. It's good for individuals, but it's bad for the society. So that's why you mentioned before, transactions is something, we don't look at it individually, we look at it based on the society situation. So all the muharramat, all prohibited transactions has defects, has problems, has bad impacts on the society. Usually there is an alternative for the haram. When Allah prohibits something, usually we have an alternative. That's why, for example, buying and selling is an alternative of riba. وَأَحَلَّ اللَّهُ الْبَيْعَ وَحَرَّمَ الرِّبَا. Instead of, now, gambling. You know gambling. Why gambling is haram?
Ambiguity. You don't know what's ambiguous.
How is it ambiguous? How?
Nothing's fixed.
Give me an example of gambling.
You selling something in the pocket.
No, gambling, the lottery.
You pay less, you're not sure whether
you buy a ticket for $1. You might win 100,000 and you might just go and sleep and that's it. So what is the gambling here?
you don't know what you paid the money for.
Huh?
You don't know what you paid the $1 for.
Sorry?
You don't know what you paid the $1 for.
No, I paid it for this money. I'm waiting for this. It could happen. Someone could say to you, okay, when you buy this car, you might make a profit, you might lose.
This is gambling.
Is gambling?
You might win or you might.
Any sales you involve in, you might make profit, you might lose. So what's the difference?
Some people are losing because of it.
Sorry?
Some people are losing because of it.
No.
Majority are losing.
No. It's correct. It was correct. But this is not the issue. There is a clear thing front of you.
For the people who's losing,
Yeah?
they're not getting anything. Like, there's no return goods received.
There is no transaction.
Exactly. There is no commodity in the gambling, in lottery. What is the product? You're paying money for money, isn't it? You're buying a ticket for £10 and you're expecting 100. There is no car involved, nothing. So you are not sharing any responsibility or liability in anything. But where if you buying this car and the risk is high, or you're buying shares where the risk is high, there is a commodity involved. In this situation, there's no gambling, there's high risk. So what's the difference between gambling and high risk? In high risk, there is a commodity involved. In gambling, there's only money. So when I buy a ticket for £10 and in the lottery, and I might get 100,000, I might get nothing. Is there any commodity involved? Nothing. It's a pure gambling. If I buy shares and there is a high risk of losing or making profit, is it permissible? Yes, it's permissible because I'm buying goods. And this is the business takes place, the mentality of the person, the way he thinks, So high risk is the best alternative for gambling. You want to make gambling, instead of gambling, go for high risk business. High risk business, you can make high profit, you might lose. The same with gambling.
Yeah.
Yes?
So now we said if there's no commodity, it's a problem. Say for example, we take the 100,000 dinar. Say for example, there's a lottery for 1 kg. And the price is 100,000 dinar. We take the 100,000 dinar out and put a G-Wagon inside.
We put the?
G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon for example.
Okay.
So this is a high price, high value item as well.
No, can you explain again? I didn't get it.
Instead
I pay 1 KD.
Yeah?
And then there's a lottery.
Yeah?
Of say 100,000 KD, I can win 100,000 KD.
That's fine.
This is haram.
This gambling, yeah?
So now if instead of I buy this 1 KD lottery,
Yeah.
and instead of 100,000 KD, there's a car.
Car. Car.
The money, there's a high value car.
Yeah. Okay?
This is okay.
No, it's haram. You remember at the beginning we said money, it doesn't mean currency. It means anything valuable. So the same, you are making gambling now. You're giving 1 dinar for the value of this car. Forget about the car. You understand? You are not buying now. Now, the example of buying that car, you go and buy it and take it and look at the market, goes up and down, or you buy these shares, you own it. In the gambling situation, if they take the 100,000 and they put a car, are you liable for this car? Do you own the car? How can you own the car? By luck. By luck, isn't it? And when you buy the car here, do you buy it by luck? No, you go and you sign a contract and you take the car and then you start shopping, try to shop around or sell it. So completely different. So putting a car, it doesn't mean that the money is changed. The money is there because you are gambling for the value of this car. Because at the end of the day, you're getting something. What's the ta'rif, the definition of gambling? They said, غرم محقق وغنم محتمل. You are losing for sure. The chance of the profit is 50-50. So when you are something like this, that means you are in gambling. Now, when you buy a car, are you losing? You got a commodity instead of your money. Cheap or expensive, this is another issue. This depends on your way of business. But you are taking something instead of the value you give. In gambling, when you give 1 dinar, what are you taking back? Nothing. You're just waiting for the luck. So that's why it's gambling. The risk is high here. The risk is here is unknown. But here, there could be high risk, low risk, but you still own something. You have a car, you have commodity, and for your money. Carry on here. Complete your question.
No, this is one more question of what Hassan was asking you regarding dirhams and Malaysian ringgit.
Yeah.
Say for example, somebody comes to me and says, I need a qard of 1,000 KD, for example. And I tell him, okay, but I go back and then he's taking it for say 2 years.
Yeah.
He told me he needs 1,000 KD for 2 years. So I tell him, I'll give you 50 grams of gold instead.
Ahsan shay, this is the best thing to do.
Best thing to do.
Yeah.
But 2 years later, the value of gold has gone from 50.
No, he will give you 50 grams of gold again.
Yeah, but the value is higher.
Rarely. It happens just now because of the crazy price. But usually, the secure way of giving loan, give it by gold, not currencies. Because currencies usually lose its value. But the gold is the best thing to keep the value of the loan is the gold. But even if it goes down, if it doesn't go 1/3 above its the normal price, you just take it back. Whatever. But if it's more than 1/3, this is another issue. Forget about the gold. Now, if you give him dollars, and after 2 years the dollars go down, you give him $2,000, you get $2,000. Except if the money goes crazy, like what, for example, happened for the Syrian liras in the war. The inflation was crazy, or Iraq, Sudan, Germany, in the war, in the second war in Germany, it was like this. You got the coffee, you buy a coffee, let's say for 1,000 mark, is it franc, what is it? The currency. Franc? Anyway, this 1,000 franc, they said you go out and you come back again, it will be 1,500. In few minutes, it's like it goes up, yeah. So in this one, crazy, you can't tell people, if you give you 1,000 now, and after 2 weeks, I give you 1,000 back. You can't say this, because 1,000, it will become 100,000. The value of 1,000 will become 100,000. So I can't tell you, give him back. One of the funny stories, one of the Sheikh, he was telling me this. Someone in Lebanon, that was in 70s, he needed a loan. He said, I took the loan the guy was saying, I gave him a loan, $30,000. $30,000, I think. No, sorry. 30,000 lira, Lebanese currency. 30,000 Lebanese currency, which was equivalent to maybe about $15,000, something like this. I'll just give you numbers just to give you the idea. I don't know exactly the exact figures. And he didn't pay him back until 10 years ago. So he kept the loan for about 25 years. And the problem, maybe 30 years. And the problem is, in that period, Lebanon involved in a war. And the liras finished. When he went to give him money back, he wanted to give him the amount in Lebanese lira. He was telling the Sheikh was telling me, he said to me, the amount he's giving me is $200. I gave him 15,000 and he's giving me $200. So he took him to the Sheikh. So the Sheikh said to him, okay, he's a good guy. He wants to pay back, but he, subhanAllah, a human being loves money. He doesn't want to give it unless if it's haram, he will give it. He said to him, when he gives you the money, what did you do? He said, I bought a flat and I made a printing shop. He said, subhanAllah, how much the flat now? He said, about maybe $50,000. Say, you crazy? You're giving him $200 and he only worked from it? So alhamdulillah, they made the sulh and they gave him a good amount, so he made him happy and they're happy, and they took it from there. So sometimes you can't, by logic, it's impossible this is the deen. You can't be the deen. I help you, give you loan, and you destroy me. It doesn't work like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, مَا عَلَى الْمُحْسِنِينَ مِنْ سَبِيلٍ. There is no harm on the people who wants to do good. Yes, Akhi.
I have a question about the salary contract. So when I signed my salary contract 5 years back, my salary could buy around 100 grams of gold.
Gold?
Yes.
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah.
Now I can just have 70 grams of gold.
Okay.
Although they raise my salary by 50 now.
Yeah.
But still I'm losing 30 grams per month.
So?
Is this contract valid? Allowed?
It's valid as long as you agree. Because do they renew it every year or what they do?
Yes.
Khalas, when you sign, you are happy. You can refuse if you don't want it. Because you sign it, you are happy.
I was going to say, do you know the fun pay games that they have, where you pay money like 2 KD and you definitely win a toy? Sometimes they say you can get any of these toys, small toy, medium toy.
This is gambling. We will come to it. Because you're paying why it is haram here? Did you understand the question? Can you raise your voice, Akhi, so people can hear you?
So, you know, in the fun fairs where they have...
Fun fairs.
Fun fair or the mall, sometimes they have like duck or something. You have to, if you win the game, you win something.
You pay 2 dinars, for example, and might get big toy, might get small. You don't know the commodity you are buying. And we mentioned a pillar of a sale contracts to know the price and to specify the commodity. If it's unspecified, it's gambling. So it's haram. This is gambling. This is gharar. Yes, Akhi, someone was raising his hand here.
There are some banks, they are telling like you keep some amount like 100 KD for a particular time. You have to keep always be there. After some time, they will draw lucky draws and they will give more amount. Like
is it Islamic or non-conventional? It depends. If it's conventional, they usually, this is a qard ribawi. This is a loan involved riba. If it's Islamic, you know what they do? They invest it for you and they give you a percentage. That's fine. Percentage of the profit. And in the contract, they will stipulate that if they lose, you lose with them. This is what they do. Yes, Akhi. Hassan.
If you look at the takaful, the insurance method.
Yes.
For example, whatever you are giving is like they consider it as a sadaqah, right?
Yeah, tabarru, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, looking at the gambling principle, if someone comes up with an idea saying that, okay, this is a donation.
Yeah.
It's not that you're buying or anything. It's just like
Where? A lottery?
in the lottery.
Yeah.
So there is an organization.
Yeah.
They are collecting this money.
Yeah.
So as a donation.
Yeah.
So no liability, he pays off, that's gone.
Yeah.
But all this money, what they do is they come up with a method.
So it becomes a charity organization. This is what a charity do. If I have a charity organization, what I would say, brothers, donate, please, donate. So I get the money, then I spend it, I give it back to him, give someone. That's fine. The binding contracts is gambling. Tabarru' philanthropic contracts is fine. There is no gambling. We will come to ambiguity, and this is one of the conditions of the ambiguity. Ambiguity involves in binding contract, in exchange contract. Tabarru' unilateral contracts from one side, ambiguity is fine. Now if I give you example, if I'm here, let's say I lose, la qaddar Allah, my mobile. I say, brothers, I lost my mobile. Whoever finds my mobile, I will give him 50 dinar. All of you start searching. Then Zaid found the mobile, came to me. And I give him 50 dinar. Ahmed starts shouting at me, you wasted our time. We look. I said, I didn't tell you to go. I binded myself to pay 50 dinar, and you were not binding. No one told you to go. You choose to do this. So it's unilateral contract. I was obliged to pay Zaid 50, and he wasn't obliged to search. In this situation, where were any ambiguity involved in this? Come on, it's a clear ambiguity. Now, the contract is 50 dinar from my side. What is the other side? The chance of finding the mobile or not. It's ambiguity. So do we have these type of contracts in our life? Plenty, man. You see those big companies digging for oil? You know what they do? They come and sign contract. They say, if we find oil, we'll take 10%, whatever. If we don't find, pack up our bag and go back home. That's it. Whatever they spend is their money. It's not my problem. They call it ju'ala. This is ju'ala. It's unilateral contract, and it's permissible. Islamically, it's permissible. What Yusuf said, وَلِمَنْ جَاءَ بِهِ حِمْلُ بَعِيرٌ وَأَنَا بِهِ زَعِيمٌ. It's in the Quran. Whoever finds that the lost in the story of Yusuf, whoever finds it, I will give him that specific amount of gift or whatever. So it's ju'ala. Yes. Ask. You know, the most important thing in these courses is the questions, because the questions will make you aware of what is going on. If I keep reading a hadith and you don't ask, wallahi, you will come from this course with nothing. But these questions are touching your life. That's why I don't care. We spend hours in these questions better than keep just reading and come out with no benefit. نعم. So, okay. Oh, okay. It's true, yeah.
Question from the lady's side. We used to do contribution of money with someone, and when we wanted to collect it, for example, it can be 1000 kd, they used to deduct 5 kd. They're claiming that it is commitment fee and services fee. Is this allowed?
I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat it?
We used to do contribution of money.
Okay. With someone. Yes. So which type of contribution?
I think they used to pay a small amount and then
Jam'iyya, you mean?
like a chit fund.
Yeah, so basically 5 of us, everyone pays 100 dinars a month.
I'm giving you 20 kd every month.
For saving?
Just to save, yes.
Why? Why you choose me? I mean, is it a bank or what's this?
I think some friend, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So, and then we wanted to collect it from, for example, it can be 1000 kd.
Yeah.
They used to deduct 5 kd.
For?
They are claiming that it is a commitment fees or a service fee.
It depends. I mean, this person, is it a body? Is it a bank? Is it a, so anyway, if the deduction is a real deduction, it's for expenses, then that's fine. Let's say, I'll give you an example. According to what I understood, you put your money in with me because I'm trustworthy. So I'm saving you money for you. And you went to Saudi, you stayed there. You said to me, Aimen, I want my money now. I said, okay, I'll transfer it, but there will be a fees for this transfer. It should be deducted for your money. It's not my problem. you understand me? So this is fine, if this is the question.
But what if they come back, Sheikh, it's 1000 KD, I paid 2020, and you have 1000 KD of money with you. And then I come back and ask you for money, you give me 995.
Why?
And you say 5 KD is because I did the service of keeping your money.
Khalas, this should be in advance. Before you give it to me, I will tell you, I will take 5%, 5 dinar, whatever, for saving the money. This is ujra for the service I'm giving you. That's no problem. But it has to be specified in advance. I have to tell you the amount and everything in advance. Otherwise it will be haram. Hassan, yes. You will pay for this, Hassan, inshallah. You ask about 7 questions. Yes. Go ahead, yes.
Sheikh, the same question Brother Tanvir asked. So somebody asked for a loan. I said I have a gold coin. I'll give you the gold coin, and you need to return me back the gold coin.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. So, but obviously, when he returns back, he said I can't be bothered going and buying the gold coin and coming and giving it to you. I'll transfer the money. Tell me what is the price of the gold coin.
Okay, his question is a good question. So now what is it? He's saying that you give, let's say, 10 grams of gold as a loan. You want to protect by yourself. So instead of giving money, you give 10 grams of gold. After 1 year, you are bringing it back to me. If you said to me, I don't have gold, and instead of wasting time going to the market, tell me how much the 10 grams gold now, and I'll give it to you in currency. If you are happy, that's fine. As long as the price on that day, specific day, when you take it back, just you fix the price on that day, it's permissible, no problem. Because it's like now you are selling your debt to him. You understand me? Similar with other things. With other things, if you give me 10,000 Kuwaiti dinar, KD, after 1 year when I give it back to you, I say, listen, I have only dollars. You accept, you say yes. We say how much dollars, I give it to you straight away. As long as on the price of that day. Okay, let me finish this. Yes, Akhi.
Can you repeat the definition of gambling?
Gambling is غنم محقق وغرم محتمل. That means a certain loss and unsure profit. So it's like this. You are sure you will lose, and you are unsure you make profit or not. And this is when there is no commodity involved. Because if the commodity involved, there is no gambling. There is no gambling. Tamam. Now we said the prohibited thing now are 2 types. محرم لذاته ومحرم لكسبه. This is important. Prohibited, that is intrinsically prohibited. الجماعة والأنا بالنسبة لي تمام، بس تعطوني كاسة قهوة الآن أشحن البطارية حتى ساعة ثانية ما في مشكلة. I'm okay unless if they want to relax. This is their issue. خلاص أعطيهم 5 minutes. 5 minutes break إن شاء الله we carry on.